Merry Christmas, everyone, or at least it will be in about 4 days from the time of this recording. Well, when this
More or
gets
less.
released. Basically, Merry Christmas, everyone, for 2019. Except this time, we're counting back up to the 5 days of Christmas. Yeah, last year we tried doing it starting on Christmas, but we realized that it's better culmination when it actually ends on the beloved holiday itself.
Java, it's pretty clear for our track record on Christmas stuff that we always do things all over the place, so it's nothing new.
Exactly. So, basically, folks, we have picked a set of Christmas movies between the 5 of us. There are some that are great, there are some that are amazing, there are some that are old, there are some that are new, there are some that are wonderful, and there are some that make me blue.
So, Mitzik, what you're saying is that our Christmas picks are up and down and all around.
And there are also one or two that just happen to be released in December.
Yeah.
And some that, well, if there's one thing we can assure you is that all of them have something pertaining to the Christmas season. Even those that seem like quite a stretch. So let's start off with something incredibly seeped into Christmas, but it may be potentially the worst pick of the bunch. Shiroi, present to the audience your pick.
Well, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, Jova, but anyway... welcome to the first of our Christmas commentaries, and again, Jova's, I don't know what he's talking about, because I'm sure we're all going to have a good time.
Unfortunately, Shiroi, this isn't the
I don't know what's
I'm
going to be worse.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what's going to be worse, the movie or that pun.
I'm bringing you another Good Times movie for Christmas because I love all of you.
But this isn't
Great,
just
the feeling
any-
is mutual.
This isn't just any Good Times movie. Oh no, this is one of the big guns.
Good Times doing a CGI movie, because this is not a recipe for
Though
disaster at all.
I think I know why they actually made it. See, but basically I watched a long time ago, actually, well, I think last year, but a video made by Quinton, I think it's called, Quinton Reels, whatever. But he explained that the company originally made the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer story, Rankin Bass. Apparently they were so incompetent, they fucked up with the copyright of a movie, by basically writing wrong the Roman number, and as a result, by technical laws of copyright, all their properties are public domain, so everyone can do whatever they want with it, and we're having this, I guess.
Yes.
What's the
Video's
title of this
available
film?
on YouTube for crying in the bucket.
So, what's the title of this film, Shiri?
It's a bit of a mouthful. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Misfit Toys.
That's
And
right,
Knuckles.
folks. You didn't
And
mishear.
Knuckles,
They
yes.
are mentioning the Island of Misfit Toys. Basically, for those who don't know, back in the day, Rankin Boss, a studio famous for rather out there projects, did their own stop-motion take on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. First, when it came out, apparently everyone loved it. Me and my family, we were those weirdos who preferred the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie with Whoopi Goldberg and John Goodman in it, which was also released under Good Times. But believe it or not, that one is actually good.
I was gonna save that one for next year.
Yeah, probably for the
Alright.
best.
First time I
This
heard
year,
it, but-
though, we're looking at the sequel. Yeah, and yes, you're not dreaming here. There was actually a sequel to that stop-motion cartoon.
An
Basically,
unofficial sequel, shall we say, given the circumstances.
So
you just
this is a
mentioned.
sequel to the original story, as much as Iron Man: Rise of Technovore is a sequel to the first Avengers movie.
Okay.
No, to the-
To its credit, this movie does actually pay mind to the continuity from the original movie. So, for your convenience sake, if you haven't watched the original stop-motion quote-unquote classic, I'll just sum things up for you. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is the son of one of Santa's reindeer. Of course, everyone makes fun of him for his red nose. His father tries to cover up said nose for the reindeer games. It goes amok, and he's made a laughingstock. He runs away. He makes friends with this elf who doesn't want to make toys, but actually wants to be a dentist. And the two eventually get lost in a blizzard. Meanwhile, there's this creepy as all hell abominable snowman,
The
razor
Bomb
sharp
Boat, I
teeth
think
and
it's
all,
called.
that really gave me nightmares as a kid, mind you, who is kind of out there, just out there. Yeah, Santa hangs out in a dangerous work environment that has an abominable snowman that loves to eat people. Great location to be on. And meanwhile, the two also meet this miner guy who's looking for silver and gold here and
Cornelius, I
there.
think he is, yeah. The prospector.
Basically, long story short, Rudolph also has this doe who I guess wants to be his girlfriend and whatnot. Anyway, tries to look for him along with his parents after he runs away and all that. Bottom line, they end up getting in trouble. Meanwhile, Rudolph at some point grows up. Yeah, it's been that long. So he comes back and notices that everyone's gone by the time he gets back. And yeah, you can tell he's grown up because he's grown antlers and all that jazz. So basically, they find out that his parents are gone, having gone looking for him. Santa tells him that. He goes after them, and basically he and the elf and the miner find out that they are in the cave of the abominable snowman here, who's about to eat his girlfriend here. So basically, the elf defangs the abominable snowman, as in literally takes his teeth out using his dentist skills, everything. The miner tackles the abominable snowman and supposedly dies. What a shame. So they come back, but it turns out that the miner survived and he managed to tame the beast. Bungle is apparently his name or something like that. And essentially, the rest is history. Rudolph lights up the way because, there's the whole storming thing. Santa asks if he'll guide his sleigh that night, and so on and so forth.
Alright, so let's find out how good a 2001 low-budget CGI movie will look in widescreen.
From one of the worst movie studios ever.
From which logo we should start?
The Goodtimes Entertainment logo, the one that looks like it's ripping off the Warner Brothers logo.
Then take us away, Shiroi.
All right, 3, 2, 1, click.
Well,
Jova.
Yes?
Okay, audience, just for the record, we didn't cover the original movie because I was expecting the audience to at least know the song, because the contents of the song is all that this movie goes into when it comes to the original story for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No,
I did not expect Jova to go through literally the entire synopsis of that movie.
Well, I had to mention the whole abominable snowman and the dentist elf thing.
Songs in it. Oh no.
Oh yeah, yes, this does have songs in
I'm
it.
still, however, Jova, so hold on, Jova, you said that this is the worst of this year's lineup. You're telling me that this is worse than the Swan Princess Christmas?
If it's not worse, then it's in the same tier as badness as that one.
Foreshadowing.
Jova, you said earlier the Good Times logo was a rip-off of the WB one. What? Is that implying the Good Times were ever original?
Their lack of originality is far from their biggest problem.
So, let's start off with one of the first problems of this movie.
The animation.
CGI?
Yes.
It's an early 2000 CGI animated movie, I dread to think.
Guys, your 2D animation already sucks balls. What makes you think you can pull this one
off? Oh no.
Oh,
it's coming to get you to you.
Oh no. You think you're safe?
I took part of my computer science course at university was animation. I just did a plane flying through, and I'll admit that was just basic stuff. But even so I can actually say I can do better than this.
Okay, I just gotta say this.
Would be fine in an early 80s Pixar short, but this is not an early 80s Pixar short.
Speaking of, my god, they really were trying to rip off Toy Story around this time.
Also, you gotta love how a volleyball counts as a...
Even letter cubes, Jova, that's the weird thing.
Oh,
essentially letter cubes.
IVWI or
No, it's IDW, the company. You got it wrong.
Also,
my God, it's like
Wait, what?
It's like a Pied Piper.
Oh, hey, Vivi, you grew up.
Damn, Vivi, you aged horribly.
And you change your hat. It sucks now. Also, why did you steal Aiko's weapon?
I don't. The Jova, did the original story have a Piper and a fucking blimp?
Pedro, this is Pedro.
The paradox took over.
Pedro, this is a sequel to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Also,
I get that, but.
And now
So basically, we have here an anti-Santa Claus, where Santa Claus delivers toys. This guy apparently steals them all.
I get that it's a sequel.
Is this the Grinch?
You
It
wish.
seems like it.
No, this would be
Wait,
the
are we in
toy
what
taker.
location is
or
there?
Tokyo?
Paris.
Paris.
Oh, it's Paris. Oh, we're jumping
Oh,
from
is
city
this
to city.
Paris?
Who puts a neon on the Paris Eiffel
May-
Tower?
If I squint really hard, maybe I can pretend that I'm watching Miraculous
This,
Ladybug.
I guess it's Prague, I think. My
Doesn't the Eiffel
geography is
Tower
very
already light
confused.
up?
Also,
night?
Oh no!
Also, Shiroi, I didn't
Oh,
give an
China.
entire synopsis because there's one integral thing from the original
Also-
Rankin Boss short that I didn't mention.
Great.
Toy Taker strikes again. Toxic toilet
Oh,
turmoil.
is that supposed to be Frosty?
I can barely hear what you're saying. Let me turn the audio up.
So,
This
yeah.
is our author.
Basically, this is a throwback to the original Rankin Boss stop-motion classic where a snowman was also the narrator. He was a lot more charming here, and no, this is not the same snowman because that is a completely different design. No, this
So,
snowman
who
is a
does the
reporter.
voices?
I'm gonna check if this thing is on an IMDb page just to be sure.
So yeah, this,
Probably.
like I said, this snowman is a reporter, apparently.
Oh no, it's like that. I forgot the name. That football/soccer awful animated video. The one with the reporter Crow that has like a human appearance.
Oh dear. So yeah, that's our villain, folks, the mean old toy taker.
Yeah.
No.
Why is Goodtimes having shitty villains for the original properties? Seriously, it's not that hard to come up with one.
Even the frame rate of this mouth moving is like
Santa
a freaking
Santa
bad
Claus looks
video
like
game.
yeah, Santa Claus
What's
looks
wrong
like
with
he's from
that?
the Map TV stop-motion skit.
Well, it is technically based off of a stop
wait,
motion
which ones?
classic.
Okay, I can't tell, other than Rudolph, I can't tell any of the other reindeers apart.
Well, okay, I will say this. At the very least, in trying to be a ripoff, at the very least, we try to make the appearances of the characters based on the actual puppetry. So I guess there is that. Anyway, Scoop the Snowman is voiced by Richard Dreyfuss?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, sorry,
Richard
voice talent,
Why-
Richard.
Oh yeah,
Why-
did I
why
forget
is
to
Richard
mention that Richard
Dreyfuss
Dreyfuss
here?
was
And
dragged
the
into
Toy
this?
Taker is voiced by Rick Moranis?
Jamie Lee
Jamie Lee
Curtis.
Curtis, what are you doing here?
Uh-huh.
I know that Rick, I know that the Owl sequel sucked, but this is not.
This is not where you go.
What the? Oh, so where's Cornelius?
Oh,
But I mean,
also,
I
they
mean,
got
it's-
Tony Bennett for this as well.
What the fuck? How did they get all these people?
How did Goodtimes got all these people? I mean, I can see some of their usual Canadian one, like Scott McNeil. He's
Oh
always
yes, he's
present.
in this movie too, by the way. Oh, by the way, guess what, guys? Gary Chalk is in this movie too.
Why?
He voices Santa Claus.
Oh,
Why
I'm serious.
not?
How did the Goodtimes manage to cast these people?
Because it's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Tio. Rudolph is kind of like the Oscar bait of Christmas movies.
I suppose.
Though,
Diana B.
okay,
Just
this movie...
Diana B.
Basically, this movie marketed itself off of being a sequel to the Rankin Boss, like I said, classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the stop-motion. However, as you can tell, the characters do not look as good as they did in stop-motion.
No, like I said, they at least tried to make them similar to the original puppet. I commend that for what it's worth, but it's still such a bad CGI.
Kevin Hart. So while Judy became a police officer,
Written by
her
Michael
brother became
Ashner.
her
Go
brother
on.
became a filmmaker. Okay then.
Let me check what he also wrote, a writer. Oh, he wrote another Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer ripoff done in 1998. Apparently specialized in doing this.
You know, for a second, I thought it was going to be like that case where there was the guy who went from films like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot and the first
Also, the Bumble
Scorpion
looks
King
horrible.
to bloody fat slags. That's a downfall if I ever saw one.
See, whereas Bumble was supposed to be scary in the original stop-motion one, here he is freaky because of awful rendering.
Yeah, and Candy Valley and all. Ho ho, yeah, Santa.
So You know,
Wait. Okay. Oh, okay, I get it. He was the writer for the first Good Time Rudolph adaptation, the one on the 1997 one is that. So yeah, I guess it's just
what the
makes
hell?
sense.
That's the 2D one, right?
In that case, why not just make a sequel to that one?
I think this is that.
But isn't it supposed to be a
Oh
If you
no.
can't do fluff, don't.
And you can't do eggnog.
This is okay, guys. You're making Speedrunning 3 look like fucking Pixar.
Also, definitely Good Times production because every single scene is padded out. They stretch it to pad things out.
Also, Tio, the other Good Times Rudolph movie has quite the different story.
Huh.
It has.
I was
has little
checking here
connection to the
anyway.
original.
Let me give a link as well.
The dancing is horrible.
Yeah, I saw
wow,
Jamie
look
Lee...
at that. That's some Good Times dancing. That reminds me of their Cinderella adaptation.
Seeing Jamie Lee Curtis's name in the credits, but it also does make me thankful that she's done better films recently, like the 2018 Halloween and Knives Out.
Yeah. I still can't fathom the fact that he got fucking Hooper from Jaws as the narrator.
I know, right?
So is this Bambi now?
I guess.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Those who were a
Can I
fan
watch Bambi instead?
those who were a fan of the original Rankin Bass stop motion thing will probably be mad because Rudolph's antlers are now, well, they're shorter now. I mean,
well, to be honest, Jova, even Rankin Bass retconned that because, as we said, young Rudolph is more marketable than adult Rudolph. So every we see subsequent appearance, they revert him as a child.
Oh, let me guess, you're referring to that whole Rudolph and the New Year.
Basically, the rest of our Rankin Bass lineup that we did. Oh, Jesus Christ, this song.
Yeah, that's the thing. This movie tries to be more marketable with
for
the
the credits.
Yeah.
Like I said, it feels
I forgot about this one.
It feels like this movie is trying to be Oscar bait, which.
Excuse me.
Well,
technically
he's one of the reindeers of Santa Claus. It's not too far stretch. He can do that.
I guess. Yeah.
It's still horribly the way it's positioned. Yeah.
And it's animated terribly. Also, Rudolph, way to leave your girl who can't fly. Like, right? Oh wait, never mind.
It
doesn't
even look like they're running.
Never mind.
I guess.
It doesn't even.
It's like the Mog minigame from Final Fantasy VII.
It doesn't even look like they're running in the air.
No.
Or on the ground even. It looked like they were hopping.
Oh, by the way, it gets even better. They're both voiced by the same woman, Kathleen Barr.
The singer, the singer sounds like the guy who sings for Donkey Kong in the Donkey Kong Country cartoon. Let me check if he's credited. I
wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Oh, guys.
I mean, that was also a Canadian production, so...
Oh, look at that,
Music
guys. They're in
department,
love.
there we go.
Doesn't it steal you with the Christmas... Oh, hey, that's a kite.
Let's go fly a kite?
No, sure, please, no.
Well, we can't fly a kite. It's December, so...
Oh, no, the dentist is out.
There you go. Des got the right idea.
Oh, here's the thing I really don't like about this. They are rather inconsistent with the narrator. It's like, sometimes the narrator is technically invisible to the cast, but other times he's there able to interact with the cast. That's not going to get on my nerves at all.
Okay.
So now Rudolph is actually popular.
Here's the bill for the movie. Wait, $2? Damn, that's cheap.
Aw, she wants his autograph. How did you leave that without any ink?
Also,
did she just get an hysterical attack?
Oh, in terms of this was kind of the beginning of the end for animated Good Times movie.
Oh, hey, Hermie. Hermie here is voiced by our good old Good Times friend Scott McNeil.
Yeah, I know him also from the video games. Yeah, go on, please.
So yeah, in terms of Good Times Entertainment animated films, this is the beginning of the end. After this, they only released 2 movies: Ben-Hur in 2003 and Dinotopia: Quest for the Ruby Sunstone in 2005.
Oh no, they did an additional Dinotopia, no.
Oh, by the way, folks, get used to hearing certain voices because they reuse actors a lot. Scott McNeil voices Hermie, Yukon Cornelius, the miner guy.
Well, that's always been a thing in these movies anyway, so...
Wait a minute.
Actually, let me check who actually voices Rudolph.
Oh, that's
Kathleen Barr.
Yeah, like I said, Kathleen Barr.
She voices quite a lot of characters: Mrs. Claus, Dolly, Peggy the Piggy Bank, the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, son of a gun! Son of a gun! She's voiced Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in that other Goodtimes one, the Goodtimes Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie. Disco party!
Of course.
Because that's, that's a very arbitrary use of it.
Oh, so get this now. Rudolph feels that he's just a novelty item now. He hates being popular.
Uh-huh.
Get used to that. That's one of the subplots of
also
this movie.
That lipstick, yo.
So let me get this straight. So basically you're taking a crap on the first movie story at this point.
No. Don't you see, Pedro? He's sick of being constantly popular.
But wasn't that...
Yeah, also, I looked it up. Apparently, in this film, Rudolph is apparently younger than he was in the first movie.
Oh my god!
Is this Home Alone 4, where the main character is younger than what he was in 1 and 2?
Yeah, this is it.
Hermie looks a bit too happy right now.
Hooray! We're going to die!
Hermie, what are you doing?
It's okay!
Oh.
Okay, folks, here's something I didn't mention in my synopsis that is from the previous movie.
Wow, the water actually doesn't look too bad, actually. Huh.
That's where the budget went.
I guess.
Basically, there's one thing I didn't mention in my synopsis of the previous movie. That is the Island of Misfit Toys. The Island of Misfit Toys is an island where basically toys that, for one reason or another, couldn't find a good owner moved to. Here's part of the problem. In the first movie, it was established that as part of a deal they had, they would be able to help the toys find proper homes. But But apparently...
Oh, sorry, Jova.
Isn't that the bit where they drop the birds who can fly?
Oh god, a song to explain it. Basically, another problem fans have with the original movie with this is like, well, for no reason out of nowhere, there's now apparently more Misfit toys coming.
Of course.
Jova,
maybe.
stop talking for a moment. This sounds like your town.
My town?
Our town, yeah, that's it.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Maybe, Jove, I got an explanation. Maybe some of those toys got lost or something, or maybe even, like I said, the Misfits, maybe one of them had their head on the wrong way around, and left is right and right is left.
You know the most notable thing about the Island of Misfit toys, though, is the ruler. It's literally a stop-motion Scar.
Yeah.
Was he voiced by Jeremy Irons?
No, I mean, in looks and everything, it's Scar, but with wings.
Now you got me imagining Scar flying around Pride Lands.
That's what Kingdom Hearts is for. An audience, I apologize if we're not commentating, but right now we're trying to do everything in our power to ignore this song. But I guess we might as well talk about it.
Actually, let me check instead who voiced the dentist also.
Like I said, Scott McNeil.
Thank you, sorry.
Yeah, that's where I think the budget went to. Some of the voice actors and the water.
And the songs.
I will say this. I'm still amazed by the range that Scott McNeil can do.
Oh yeah.
Like,
okay.
If you're like me and you know him mostly for being played the Dawn of War, Warhammer 40k video games. He sounds nothing like this.
All right, I'll give this film one thing. Compared to the other Goodtimes movies that I've seen, the music doesn't sound like cheap synth.
And it's not super repetitive, I suppose. At least we try to differentiate.
There's synthesized music and computer-made music has evolved a lot since the 90s by this point. So by this point, it was cheaper and easier to make good music.
Well, Pedro, I'll disagree there because 80s Doctor Who had much better synth music than the Goodtimes movies that I saw.
But isn't Doctor Who like one of the major British TV shows?
It was still made. On a budget of a sandwich.
Guys, I hope you...
Also, a question, Joba. Since when the island of Misfit toys had a fucking castle?
Well, okay, to be fair, they did have that on the first one, since, that's the kingdom where the king hangs out.
I forgot about that.
Okay, guys, I hope you liked the last song, because here's another one now, right out the gate.
Are you fucking serious?
Also, Jova, just to add to what you said earlier, it's not that they couldn't... The reason they couldn't find quote good homes is because they're all a bit broken.
Well, that's
that's what I said earlier.
That's the thing.
I didn't hear you.
That's the thing, though, Shiroi. They did find them homes in the first movie. That was, part of the thing where they stopped by the island of Misfit Toys.
Check how are into it again. Oh god, not even mine.
Jova.
Yeah.
I'm missing something. I don't know if you could help me find it. The plot.
All right. Basically, they're here for a special patient of Hermes. I'm sorry the movie hasn't gotten to telling you about that, but it likes to drag its feet a bit.
It's only 70 odd minutes. It's not even
we're almost 20 minutes into this thing, and I have yet to know what exactly we're doing here.
Also, guys, check it out. It's a new cast of Misfit Toys, so basically, again, like I said, they actually did manage to find all the inhabitants from the first movie, Tom, so where did these Misfit Toys come from?
I guess there is like a dimensional portal that, discharges all the Misfit Toys into here.
Basically, folks, one of the recurring problems of this movie is that it
there was still the choo-choo with the square wheels.
Boy.
That the first movie. That
Whoa.
didn't got delivered, I guess.
Dang, I guess that guy didn't get delivered. But yeah,
I hope the people who made these toys got fired.
And
it's about to, Tio, don't worry.
I will strangle the kite.
Move the fuck on.
Strangle the kite.
No, it's not good to...
Of course, he gets sick. Ah, that telephone looks ugly. What? I don't even... if I knew this much, I would have brought alcohol beforehand. What a shame.
They forgot to give the female pig a slot. Movie phrasing. Oh, this guy.
Also, she's
Of
desperate
course the
for
boomerang.
change.
Of course the boomerang is an Australian accent.
And he's a boomerang that can't come back.
And of course he's voiced by Scott McNeil. We used to do that accents. Okay, now this is just trying to copy Rare by having googly eyes over everything.
Also, remember that boomerang who can't come back. And there he is, not exactly...
Manticore?
It sounds like the composer's trying to be Koichi Sugiyama.
Wait. It's a Manticore with a two-face?
Yeah, remember,
Yes.
he is the king. Now, in the original movie, he looked basically like Scar. But here, he just looks like a regular lion. Basically, he's the one with the dentist problem. That's why the kite came.
Which is why I didn't give him anesthesia.
I wonder why I doubt that.
Eat him! Eat him! Also, this perspective. And the elf died. Oh, no.
Also, his character is completely bud-fudged up the wazoo. See, in the original movie, he was stoic, but wise and never caring about the toys here. Now, I guess one Two-Fake makes him a wuss now.
Anyway, King, I think it's Moonracer, that's his name, Java.
Yes.
It's voiced by Colin Murdoch.
Who also voices...
it was someone it was Quick Strike in Transformers Beast Wars, Frost in Transformers Armada, and Scorponok in Transformers Energon. Apparently, he's a veteran for Transformers stuff.
Okay, what have I missed?
Basically, Dwibs, the king
Oh,
of the Island of
he
Misfit
was-
Toys, sort of had his toothache, and that's why Hermie was called to fix it.
He also has been the new voice actor for the new shortly lived Bob the Builder TV series. Weird.
The newer one.
Yeah, 2015, 2017.
The one where the characters look like they're made out of Play-Doh.
So I'm guessing that's supposed to be the Grinch's cousin or something.
Oh,
Goodbye,
you'll
I guess.
see.
That was pointless.
This whole movie sounds pointless at this point.
Yeah, where's our villain?
That guy is
You
supposed
just
to be
saw
the
her,
villain.
Neo, that was our villain.
Unless the villain is the evil toothache.
No, I thought the villain was supposed to be the toy taker.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
guy
toy
who
taker,
dropped
too.
in through the
Yeah, that
window.
is the toy taker.
Wait,
I have yet to see him take any toys, but yeah, he's supposedly the toy taker.
I must have missed him then.
Was it the one at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, wait,
yes.
that's right, there's another subplot. Rudolph needs to tell
I
Dolly
remember like it
that...
was a flashback. A giant tooth? What?
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
How is
God.
teeth that
Get-
big?
Get it? The Tooth Fairy is the leader of the Academy
Is-
of Dental Arts.
Is that one of Paul Bunyan's teeth? Sorry. Like, what
Okay.
the-
So here's continuity problem number 4 here. Why is there an academy for dentistry when in the first movie it was established that an elf being a dentist was considered blasphemy?
Heretical.
Because consistency is
And yeah, it
overrated,
turns
Joker.
out Hermie has a crush on the Tooth Fairy.
Implied the teacher-student relationship. That's nice.
Because that's healthy.
Well, to be fair, Teo, are they still teacher and student by this point?
I suppose not. But,
No, not by this
And
point.
besides, it was just,
A crush.
yeah.
I mean, to be
From-
fair, there's
from his
plenty
part,
of students that have crush on their teachers. That's
So, just like in the first
Oh
film...
god, that sea rendering. It looks
So-
like a carpet more than anything.
So just like in the first film, Hermie and Rudolph
Wait,
get
is
caught
Shadar
up...
attacking?
What?
It
With
seems
the-
like it, yeah. Yeah,
the eye of the storm.
the eye of the storm will come.
Iceberg! Dead ahead!
Oh no! Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh!
Damn, that was not good.
You see
Please
what...
don't give
die.
me the
Okay,
end
Pedro.
now.
Okay, Pedro. I think I'm gonna say right now, this is worse than Swan Princess at this point.
Well, here's the thing, Joe. The Swan Princess didn't have a plot, just like this movie barely has one. But I guess, yeah, the animation, I guess, is worse.
Yeah.
Not that this movie doesn't have a plot, it just has a lot of plots.
Yeah. I mean, we have several subplots. There's the whole toy taker thing. There's also Rudolph wanting to get over the fact that now
Hermie,
he feels
you
like
wanna
he's...
talk about the fact that you lost your entire home and shop?
Yeah, that was his home.
Oops. So yeah, again,
Also,
list
this
of...
trumpet. Oh.
You know, it's weird. Wasn't there better instrumentals for at least the songs? Why all of a sudden going on the low grade stuff? Like, when you're...
Oh, there it is. Wait, what the fuck?
Even
Didn't it
though
go
we just
submerged?
saw it sink.
Oh, it's conveniently parked there.
Again, even though we just saw it
Well,
sink.
okay, now it's sinking.
Again.
Sailing, jumping on the railing.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
sad,
let's move on, I guess.
whimsical.
Not
So
even
again,
a comment.
so just like the first film, Rudolph and Hermie
Welcome
are
to
stuck in a
Castaway
storm.
Cove, no trespassing drafting.
No trespassing, darling.
Darling.
Did Bayonetta write that
Also,
song?
that symbol was written with a clearly word font. Wait, a gingerbread soldier. Let's talk.
Hang on, aren't they supposed to stay perfectly still?
Wow, you didn't take much convincing.
Yeah, you're a terrible god.
Let's see, the gingerbread guard is voiced by Lee Tokar.
I mean, could you imagine that god?
Wait, that's a gondola? What the fuck are you having a gondola here?
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that guard at Fort Knox or something? Excuse me, I'd like to withdraw 5 bars of gold. Oh, sure, go ahead. Thank you.
There's actually a lot more here, Tio.
Oh, goody.
Great.
We're about to meet Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie.
Oh, no. Anyway, Lee Tokar, let me check. He voiced someone from Slugterra, don't know what it is. Inky from Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, yay. A character called Snips in My Little Pony Equestrian Girls. What the hell?
Oh,
I know
Equestrian
who Snips
Girls.
is.
Why are you making it? Why are you making it sound like it's sinister?
I don't even understand.
Oh no!
I can't imagine what it's like from the front. Ah!
God.
Voiced by Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's not. This looks like one of the. It's okay.
Jamie, was it really worth it?
No, it wasn't. We over here in my country, we actually do have a cartoon mascot who's also a female hippopotamus, and she kind of looks like that mascot. It's weird.
I think she's supposed to be a cow.
I think she's more of a hippo.
That's a hippo face, she right?
I mean, don't cows usually have spots?
Maybe
No,
a
not just
hippo
that. Not just that. The the nozzle formation and all. That's clearly a hippopotamus. Even the ears and stuff. Oh, great.
So what? What does that got to do with anything?
I think you had better chances by saying we're working with Santa Claus.
Arrest him. But he's a dentist. What whoop the fucking shit? What does that have to do with anything?
Oh no, it's a
Oh no, a toothbrush. What shall we do? Like.
Wait, what? Oh no, he's
What the fuck is going on?
Oh right, he's popular supposedly.
Oh, thank goodness you're popular. If you weren't, we'd have had to throw you in the dungeon.
Also, why are her bracelets glowing? Oh no! Oh no! Ew.
Wow, that's
do
gonna
that
spawn
again,
a lot of
please.
fan fiction.
Please, no.
Yeah, please no, Jova.
Oh, she's a caribou.
A what?
But the caribou is supposed to be a bird?
No,
No, my
Caribou
bad.
is a sort of
Okay,
moose.
this movie's fucking up with my biology skills.
The first time I heard the word caribou was in Captain Scarlet.
Yeah, that's a different animal anyway.
Okay, time for another song.
Really? Well, okay, it's been a while since the last one, but I still don't give a shit. It's supposed to be like a swing jazz.
Well,
You know, Java, you know the phrase, you don't really get the jazz unless you actually play it? I think it's applicable to this song.
yeah. Anyway, Queen Camilla's singing voice is Sean Southwick.
Yeah, I tried actually looking who was the singing voice for Rudolph, but I didn't find it unless it's the generic one reported here, Bruce Roberts. So if it's him, it's not the same from the Donkey Kong Country cartoon. But the side note that I want to take it from this is that doing my research, I actually discovered that at least 39 episodes of the Donkey Kong Country cartoon were at least partially written by Shigeru Miyamoto himself.
Wow.
Why?
Okay, so basically, Camilla here is a plastic surgeon for toys.
Yep. She is
So an
literally
artisan,
a toy
in other
surgeon.
words.
But wouldn't the correct term be a toy repairer?
So, guys,
Pedro, we're going to get to a scene in a bit, and you'll understand why I'm calling her plastic surgeon.
We're gonna pull out Toy Story 4, aren't we?
Just
Also,
wait.
ew, that model was stretched.
That's it. We're gonna have the a surgical operation equivalent of a toy.
Doesn't that happen in Toy Story 2 and not 4?
No, I thought it was Toy Story. Well, but it's one was played for horror, 2 was just him fixing Woody.
Yeah.
We. Oh god,
This is still going.
it's so ugly.
But it's beautiful to you.
No,
Oh
it's not.
God, I did not need to see
I
that.
have to think a proper punishment
So-
for you, lady.
Guys, I just want to point something out. She fixes toys and any problems there are with them.
Yeah, we get that.
There is an entire island of Misfit toys that have things that are wrong with them. And you're telling me that she's never heard of the island of Misfit toys?
Maybe consider the storms that surrounding your island. It's a bit impossible to reach.
That's the thing, Theo. The
guess.
storm was just, it was just, you know, a random
Also, I'm
event.
trying to reason with the lore of this movie. I shouldn't.
You do realize how the fact that you introduced a character who can literally fix toys now means that, by all means, you should have let the island of Misfit toys know about
Oh,
this.
even though-
Okay.
Fucking
They're
bubbles.
That's like, Theo, that's like trying to explain human decency to Frank Miller.
Well, considering, I mean, having watched RoboCop 2 and 3 recently,
wait,
I'm not
here we go.
surprised.
What?
Oh, that's right.
You do realize that Rudolph is not a toy.
No, she can actually do plastic surgery too.
Rudolph is
What?
considering a nose job.
A nose job? Why the hell does Rudolph need a nose job?
Because
I
he
think it's
hates
titled
being
that he
popular,
doesn't want to be
Theo. I mean,
popular
Pedro.
anymore, so he wants to be normal, quote unquote.
Basically, in case you missed it amongst the many, many, many
So-
subplots that are in this movie,
And now I pretty much can think of how telegraphed the plot is gonna be.
So-
Rudolph's nose ability is gonna serve being set for a climax, and he's gonna realize that he knows he's special and his job is important for that.
you know what?
Actually, no.
So if I understood correctly, what the movie is
Yes.
right now telling is, okay, kids, if you have anything different or special about you, that's bad. Therefore, you should have plastic surgery to remove that shit.
That's not necessarily
Good
the
job,
message.
good job.
That's not necessarily the message. The message is that Rudolph feels like he's more of a novelty because people just love him because of his nose. At least that's how he feels. So he
So
wants to get rid of it so
fucking
that people will just treat him normally.
It's not even that, Jova. It's the fact that he's not consulting with anyone else. He's taking this decision because why the fuck not?
Not only that, we had a whole song about him learning to just keep his head up.
Yeah, we had a song about that. But yes, Pedro, remember, he didn't actually want to be famous. He just wanted people to stop being assholes to him and be his friend.
Okay, but I get that, but at the same time, I don't see. Okay, if they want to make it so that the niceness is overbearing for him, they should have shown more of it then, because I
Well,
haven't seen it.
It wasn't
I
so
haven't
much
seen
that the
any niceness.
niceness was overbearing, it was more so that he felt like he was more of a novelty when they asked him to just glow it up to help with the disco ball and how...
I think it's
he was
kind of like
sorta
that
getting
episode of The
scorned by this
Simpsons
and
where
that.
Bart gets famous because he repeats the same line over and over, but then gets tired of it.
Okay, in that case, dude, you have a girlfriend and people like you. Just be happy.
Oh yeah,
with
that's
it.
right, another subplot. His girlfriend's trying to learn how to fly, so he's teaching her
Where
how.
did you learn to fly?
Would you want to be an asshole?
How the hell? You can't teach her to fly, you moron. She's not magical like you are.
Actually,
was just
apparently...
Isn't it like at least for the ranking ambassadors, quote unquote, isn't it like a rule that all the reindeers in Santa shop can fly or something?
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. There was even the whole reindeer games where you train to fly and everything. Technically, every reindeer is capable of flying. She's just not that good at it.
That ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
Also, she didn't even land in the snow like that.
Wow, he got some tail
did
there.
he just land it on her in that? Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with this movie?
Everything.
I really should have brought out.
Well, I mean, at the
those.
very least, we're
regretting
getting the.
it so much.
I mean, at the very least, we're getting the worst one out of the way.
I shouldn't be this sober.
Hey, guys, we're almost 40 minutes into this hour and 15-minute
Oh
long
no,
movie.
we're barely halfway through.
You know one thing I realized that we've had a lack of?
Happen in this thing.
Where's the villain? Where's the villain again?
We've seen him for like 2 scenes total.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Allow me to correct. Allow me to mention something, Shiro. See, you said that technically there's a lot of subplot. I disagree. I think the problem with this movie is that it works a lot like Michael Bay Former's movie. Things are happening technically, but they don't connect to anything. Nothing is actually advanced. We're just watching characters bumble around talking about random shit.
Also, the squirrels had a love interest.
Oh, don't you see, guys? It's a running theme about how there's love in the air.
Sure, why not?
How cute.
Hail Hydra.
yeah. That'll be one way.
Yay! Subplot completed! Rudolph managed to...
If it turned out that Rudolph was an evil
Hydra agent
sent by Hydra, and that red nose is actually his signal beaconing to the Hydra people that they can invade.
So, there you go. There you go. Subplot fulfilled. Rudolph told Clarice that he loves her, and that gave her the will to fly. Which means Rudolph finally got over... Oh, hey, it's you.
Who are you?
Coach Comet.
Yeah.
Coach what?
Well, he's Comet, one of Santa's reindeers. He's the coach, basically, from the main reindeer
Training
games.
business.
He's once again voiced by Scott McNeil.
So basically, Scott McNeil was the Don Messick of Goodtimes.
Well, he's
Pretty
been
much,
in every single one of our Goodtimes films so far.
Nana disapproves of this movie.
Oh no, guys! Somebody stole all the toys! We're not even 40 minutes in, but we finally have our main conflict at the 39-minute mark.
Toys being nicked. Wow.
Alright, see here. Also, why the hell do I have this accent even though I clearly did not...
You remind me of Indrik Boreal.
I'll give Gary Chalk credit. He sounds like he's doing a good job as Santa Claus. Oh, did you now?
Gojira? Oh, I actually want to go back eventually. After we're done with the movie, I want to go on the back. While we're saying the final thoughts, I want to go back on that frame of the book and see what is written there. I'm definitely curious.
Guys, that book. It's like they had a template but forgot to remove the template Latin and just put it in the book.
Also, was that warrant of a flashback? You could have just said, "I saw the blimp." Of course, it's a good time production.
Don't you see, Tio? We need to have every single little detail.
Now it's time to go investigation on this.
Okay, Phoenix, Maya, get out your maggot armor and
No.
Actually, we're more, Emma Sky using the powder and all.
What, and eating
Also,
snackers
what the
on the
hell
job?
And why am I screaming?
That's a good question.
Character?
Basically that is Hermes' old boss. Now he was the guy who was all against him becoming a dentist. Here's the problem: he was okay with him becoming a dentist by the end of the first movie.
But now he's completely reverted with characterization. Got it. Oh, a clue. You keep screaming.
I can do is talking and screaming.
Was he angry when he delivered his lines?
Maybe.
He was angry about being in this movie.
Where is my paycheck?
Say the line first, damn it.
I'm starting to think that
I
maybe
see
the
we need
actor
to get
was
the
just...
most out of Rick Moranis that we can, because there was no reason to cut to his character there.
Well, remember now, John, I remember Rick Moranis is voicing the Toy Taker. The Snowman is voiced by Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh,
Even though
right,
the
yeah,
Toy
Richard
Taker is
Dreyfuss.
yet
Sorry, Richard Dreyfuss.
I think he spoke like one line at the beginning or something, but that was literally...
No, did he? I don't remember. I think the Toy Taker hasn't had a single line yet. Why
Also,
would
this
you
is
get... You brought to get Rick Moranis to play the villain and you barely use him.
I was going to say that's also a shit map. There's no words on it or anything.
Well, they've barely bothered to use Jamie Lee
Oh,
Curtis.
makes sense.
All right,
Thanks,
here's
Hero.
another
You're making this
subplot.
game so much more appreciable with every single fucking minute.
Oh right, I forgot to mention. At the end of the first film, Cornelius managed
And the
to make a
Bumble.
peppermint mine. Of course, now the peppermint mine is out of business because
that
they've
beard
mined
looks
it all.
like a PS4 rendered.
Oh, the
beard.
dogs. Oh,
Poor dogs.
Oh no.
they were so
Tia, that's an
charming in the
insult.
original, but now look at them.
Tia, that's an insult to the PS4.
Well, remember, if there's one thing that the PS4 is striking to do is rendering next-gen beards. Most of the time, anyway.
These dogs have no hair.
Oh, by the way, Gary Chalk also voices Bumble.
Who doesn't? Yeah, that's the thing. Quite a few of the actors here voice all the character.
Why is not the Bumble pulling?
I have no idea.
Because comedy.
I guess.
Wait. Okay, is this like an iceberg volcano?
Oh yeah, we're about to finally
Oh, okay,
get
let's
the
just hear it.
villain.
Oh no! Fucked up Vivi is back.
He barely
Seriously.
sounds like Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I mean, there must have been some trade-off at the end of Final Fantasy IX. He got the voice of Rick Moranis, but now he's...
Let me tell you, Dweeb,
Oh,
the ending of
hey,
Final
it's-
Fantasy-
Look at
What?
that, it's one of the actual toys from the original Island of
Yeah.
Mystery toys from the first
Also,
movie.
Dweeb, believe me, by the way Final Fantasy IX ends, you kinda can regret that phrase. Even the spotted elephant is from the original.
Huh, and the doll, too.
Again, all these toys should have been delivered. Whatever. Are these basing this on the original cut but didn't include it?
Okay.
The Misfit toys scene?
Apparently it's implied that these toys were the ones stolen from the children's houses, so, okay, to
True,
be fair, these
true, it
ones
makes
did get
sense,
delivered. Not gonna lie, as a kid, the toy taker creeped me out, but now he just looks silly.
I mean, it looks like a child abductor with a trench coat and all, but...
But he abducts toys instead.
Easy now.
Oh, he has
Allow
a
me to
song?
retort with a song.
Okay, never mind. They saved Rick Moranis for a song. Great.
I hope it's
He
still
may or
him
may not
singing
get more
them.
than one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was Rick Moranis a good singer?
That's the thing, it's not even him singing, it's Bruce Roberts who's singing.
Perfect.
It's not even really singing so much as it is talking over music.
So why didn't you still get Rick Moranis to do it then?
Because he has such an iconic
This
voice
movie
for when
makes
he's
me
not
very
singing.
confused.
You know, dude, you're coming off the way that a lot of abductors come after the children they kidnap, just saying.
Also, your lair is literally just a cavern of ice. It's like the Fortress of Solitude of Superman. Uh,
Let me check. Actually, does this film have a?
what?
I'm
Lives
just checking. I'm just checking how much the budget for this film is.
It may be possible. I don't think it had a theatrical release still, so...
I wonder.
I mean, well, okay, with this cast, actually, maybe, because usually Goodtimes production are direct to... With this cast...
Nah, it doesn't list the budget.
Hmm... No, yeah, it doesn't say it. Oh, God, just end, please.
Please end.
You see, that's the thing though. These songs feel like they go on for bloody ever.
Again, padding.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. I'll just
This is the
leave you
good type
here.
behavior. Stretch everything so it's padded out as much as possible.
again, their short format only worked in Little Red Riding Hood because that story is already short to begin with. I mean, although to be fair, even that one had a filler song in it.
I mean, it wasn't a bad one at least, but still.
These are all filler songs.
I mean, at
Oh,
least the
right,
opening
yeah.
song in that one had a
Also,
purpose.
she got robbed too. Someone took all of her toys.
Oh no.
Why should I care?
Yeah, that's a
Then
good
she-
question.
Because,
Because-
Pedro, someone's stealing all the toys, and that's ruining all the joy and
that's
Christmas
terrible.
No one
spirit.
steals Jamie Lee Curtis's toys and gets away with it.
Richard.
Buddy.
Richard, are you full of debt? Is that what happened?
Maybe the
What was
movie.
he doing
2001,
around 2001?
I'm gonna check just to be sure.
He must have had some gambling debts that he needed to pay off.
So, basically, the idea is to set a trap for the toy taker because he's sure to strike on the island of Misfit toys. Which makes you wonder, you'd think the island of Misfit toys would have been like his first target. You know, the toys that literally have
Yeah.
a problem being loved. Actually,
Anyway, there we go. He was in other two movies, one called Who is Clitty Stout, and one TV movie called The Day Reagan Was Shot. Okay. But between 2001 and 2002, he was the titular character of a TV series called The Educational Max Bigford.
oh.
So there's that. After that, he just did some. He has done a lot of TV movie roles ever since. Jesus. What a shame. Such an incredible actor wasted like this. And I don't recognize any of the roles that he did recently. Also, why we dressed up the Bumble like the Easter Bunny?
Because they're disguising
Because,
themselves as toys.
Yeah, sure.
Was this in me, or is he actually taller in this scene?
Yeah.
Size inconsistencies in a Goodtimes film?
There's
You
the
don't
there's the
say.
fact that the flute should be technically speaking. Yeah, let's go with that. Should be the flute, technically speaking, should be entrancing the toy, but these guys are going through their own volition. So how does it work?
Are they trying to do it like the Pied Piper or something?
Yeah.
Also,
Yes.
since he's using that device, let me go for the obvious joke. Suck.
shame- it's a
Suck.
shame we're not- It's a shame we're not watching the Disney Silent Symphony of that story.
Of the Pied Piper?
Yeah,
I was in a school play of the Pied Piper.
yeah. I remember I showed you that silly symphony.
Aww.
A lost child at the mall.
Do you know what a mall is? Are there any here?
How do you know what a mall is?
Does this reporter snowman get around?
Is this supposed to be like their fourth wall thing?
God, I hate this movie.
Also, the water
Darn it,
suddenly
we're
looks
not
terrible.
gonna make it. Let's speed up.
Oh, but for anyone who's seen the
Hey,
first
he
movie,
died. Oh, okay.
for anyone who's seen the first movie,
Oh no,
you'll
wait, no,
remember.
he's alive.
Yeah, for anyone who's seen the first movie, you'll know that water is his weakness. Well, one of his weaknesses. He sinks.
At least the king's there to keep you company.
Oh,
Or not.
It sounds like the voice actor who voices him sounds like he's trying to sound like Animal from the Muppets. Like it's just
I can hear
Weird.
that.
oh no, he didn't make it. Will he now?
sure. Oh, fuck me.
I think, yeah, guys,
Yeah.
you could pinpoint the exact moment that the film stops pretending to even try to barely have a plot.
Yeah, the beginning.
No, I
You know,
gathered it was a good
Cornelius, you're
scene.
taller than him. Just punch him, please. Of course, there was a convenient trapdoor. Wait, hold on. He's the... Oh, okay, of course he can fly, but were the others almost, made Misfits... Oh, okay. By the propeller.
Yes, almost.
Oh, and there you go. She learns how to fly because of this.
Well, she did earlier.
Well, she learned how to fly because Rudolph told her.
Now she puts her skills to the test, I guess.
Basically, too, she learned how to fly when Rudolph told her that he loved her, and that gave her the inspiration.
I wouldn't even say
Rudolph
power
got a
forward.
concussion. How is he okay?
I don't know.
He's okay because.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I will not. I will continue to ask questions.
No, Tia was answering my question.
Okay, where were we? What? Wait, another? Oh, okay, now there's an escape route, I guess.
Get to the escape route.
Actually, should we even bother chasing after him? Just commandeer the ship and turn it around.
Well, they don't know, but actually they need to reach the lair.
Oh, right, yeah, they
where
do.
he keeps the other toys, supposedly. Also, Yukon, you have like spiked boots. You're glad you haven't, put a hole in the whole Zeppelin thing.
Oh, so he just dropped something on the floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, now he's doing
Now it works. So it didn't work for the inner one, but the outer one? Oh, heck
cleats,
yeah.
anything is possible.
What the fuck?
Oopsie, I'm gonna keep walking anyway.
Wait.
Hey,
That's
look
a
at that.
boomerang.
The boomerang that can't come back. Get it?
The Chekhov's boomerang. What the fuck?
Yep.
That's new.
Shouldn't he have died because of this?
And Cornelius died.
Alas.
Cornelius, no.
Why did we needed to cut him back to...
Why?
Stop doing that.
You're tickling his junk there, Bumble. Please stop.
Please, stop.
Also, for a movie called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Misfit Toys, we don't exactly spend most of the movie on the actual Island of Misfit Toys.
I mean, they try to shore it in by saying, by having a narrator repeating that constantly.
Well, Jova,
Oh wait, remember this line?
This is the police.
That's right, he doesn't like when Eli shines the light on his face. Keep it glowing.
Jova, technically we didn't see the Goblet of Fire much in Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, but that's sort of the theming with
Why
Harry
are his
Potter
eyes
movies.
glowing? The peppermint mine.
Oh yes, the peppermint mine. Remember that? It's closed.
Yeah. Out of with a Comic Sans banner. And now he's having a car too. Why?
Because
Let me guess, now we're having a car chase sequence, of course. I wish I was playing Bugs Bunny Lost in Time instead.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's not. Yeah, this is really like Sonic 06. Now we're watching the Zeppelin crashing. Like, Elise! Also, this synth, my god.
Again, what happened to the least suitable music for the songs? Why is it now? It's just...
You know, it's kind of funny. Again, I think I think any of you guys mentioned it in one of the other Goodtimes videos, but I also noticed every Goodtime adaptation or movie has something that distinguishes them from the others in being bad.
This movie
kind of
has
amazing.
multiple things.
Yeah.
See, there's a reason that bad 2D animation is likely to not look as bad as bad 3D animation.
I mean, the only way that I can see bad 2D looking worse than bad 3D is if you just, like, take photographs of the storyboards and make that the movie.
Oh, it's funny when you mentioned that, Dweebs, but I will mention this after we're done.
Hey, who else has seen Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? I know they have.
Jova, I haven't.
I'm just saying, the makers of the film clearly did.
Yeah.
Also, this looks like one of those simulator sequences, like maybe having those theme parks where they're shoving you into this box, and it shows you this first-person perspective ride, and it moves accordingly.
And now he's trying to kill them.
Hello and welcome to Train Kart Simulator.
Also, these camera angles, so nauseating. What? Also, I love how the toy taker knows exactly the layout of a mine because he could do that.
Totally.
You know, one thing I'm surprised hasn't been done yet.
What?
Say if Fox, while they were themselves, made the Rudolph and the Red-Nosed Reindeer film, but instead of
the boomerang.
But instead of the spotlights, is the Rudolph's nose is all the spotlights?
What do you mean?
You know the flashlights that are part of the Fox logo?
Oh, that.
You just replace them with Rudolph shining his nose across and that. Probably not going to see that now, though. So.
And the owl rider can fly.
Oh, but he can't.
So he's gonna die, I guess.
Oh, I thought.
What's with the sexy trumpet?
I thought it was going to turn out that that his red nose could actually levitate things.
I think we are about to find out who he is.
Oh, is that a mystery or something? I'm pretty much sure it's someone we don't know.
Jovi, you didn't tell me we were doing.
Let me guess. Two elves in a trench. Two elves one on top of each other.
No, they're not two elves in a trench. I'm afraid.
Jovi, you didn't tell me you were doing a Scooby-Doo movie. Honestly, I think his mustache moves more than he does.
Yeah.
Dental floss? Really?
Also, is it me or did that dental floss thing change shape? It was a circle, but now it's an oval. I don't know.
Is dental floss even strong enough to be a lasso?
No!
No. And it's all a matter of perspective. It could be if it was thick as an actual rope, but it's not.
If you're making dental floss that thick, you're making it for giants or something. But whatever. Dental floss saves
the escaping was pointless. Okay then.
Brilliant.
And now let's reveal who's under this. Old Man Jenkins.
Old Man Jenkins?
Oh my god, we're really doing it.
Oh my god, it's...
Let me guess, a toy, an actual toy.
Tio?
It's...
A teddy bear?
Yeah, Tio, you remember
sure,
how there
of
was
course.
something dropping out... Tio, you noticed how there was something dropping out of his coat before? That was stuffing.
A teddy on stilts.
But were, pairs. So...
Okay.
They were hinting at this.
It's kind of like the twist of Puppeteer. Fantastic. It was just a teddy bear who didn't felt loved.
Actually, that's not exactly the backstory.
He's gonna have a tragic backstory song.
Oh, wait, we need a song for that? The movie's almost over.
Well,
I was
happens a
not,
lot.
but then I was not.
The Steven Universe
I
movie had an
decided-
entire song for the tragic backstory of one of the characters.
But isn't it like early in the movie?
You know, actually, guys, I can make up a song quickly.
No,
I
don't
was
leave,
loved,
please.
and then I was not. So I took all your toys and left them to rot. There. There, I made a song in
isn't
like
it-
10 seconds.
Also, I love how his eyes do not match the googly eyes he had under the costume.
And yes, his name is Mr. Cuddles.
Why not?
Of course. I mean, it's a teddy bear, so...
So, have you seen Toy Story 2? Because these... Actually, was Toy Story 2 even a thing at the time?
Yeah, it was...
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was.
99.
Fucking hacks.
When he loved me.
That's a good thing the kid wasn't awake at that moment when we were freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy, my teddy bear's moving.
Darling, what
Honey?
did you talk? How did we talk about getting your peels?
Well, remember, Tay, when it happened in Ted, it turned out just fine. So
Yeah, but
True.
Ted was a different case.
It's the
Oh,
evil
he
video
was playing with an
games.
Atari controller. Look at it, it's an Atari 2600 controller.
Wow.
I guess someone was a fan in the studio. Oh no. Garbage Day! I mean, that's a Christmas movie anyway.
What?
So.
No!
It's like they didn't even donate him to like a charity or
No,
anything.
into the trash you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
That's a
So
terrible family.
how did you came up with your evil master plan? Where did you even get the Zeppelin?
He raided the charity. He went to a charity shop and raided its cash.
How... Wow.
I'm trying to give this film a bit of.
Also, Santa, don't be moved by this.
Yeah, honestly, it looks like Santa's falling asleep.
I know, right?
No, actually, wait.
We don't need a toy talking about depression
Oh,
and
don't
They're all
internal
actually
darkness.
crying.
You
It's
don't
terrible,
get to
but
talk
they are
about my
actually
boxes.
crying.
I love my boxes.
So, are we gonna completely skirt over the fact that you kidnapped toys from the Island of Misfit
Again, not just
toys?
that. How did you get your magical flute and the Zeppelin?
Not
They're,
only,
they're never telling us that,
Of
dear.
course we don't.
not only that, but you must
Why
be
would they?
pretty much an idiot because you should have known that, you know, the Island of Misfit toys, that's like a retirement home for toys. So yeah, it turns out that the kid who supposedly threw him away didn't mean to throw him away, but was saving him as a family gift. We'll take
Of
him on
course.
to him. It was all
but of
just a
course,
misunderstanding.
He also needs repairing. You know what that means.
Oh wait, hold on.
So what's in here? The secret message of Christmas.
Oh, I found a
Yay!
new peppermint
Silver and
vein.
gold! We're back to his old thing from the first movie. See, he made the peppermint mine when he couldn't find silver and gold, but now he has found silver and gold. Well, yeehaw!
And we
Well
care.
done. You've found something. Meanwhile, back at the Fortress of Solitude.
So wait. The whole subplot about Rudolph trying to get a nose job is gone.
Oh, no, it's about to come back up.
Very briefly, but
Oh, I guess you're gonna say, so do you still want it? They say, no, because they learned how valuable I am or something.
you're a fucking wizard too.
Well, okay.
Wait, hold on, flashback. Now Rudolph's gonna remember all the great things his nose did in this movie.
Shine light.
Yeah, also, why did he hate Rudolph's light?
Because he's a villain?
I'm a villain. I hate
Yes,
everything.
we remember
Yeah,
that from
sure.
the first movie, of course.
Oh, God. There we have it. Right.
What wasn't when did the Freaky Friday film Jamie Lee Curtis was in come out?
I don't remember that.
Was it after this film?
Probably
Might have
before.
What
I'll
even
check it.
what accent is Jamie even going for in this movie?
Don't
I have
know.
no idea.
An accent.
I am so done with this movie. I'm just waiting the credits.
I think it was 2003.
Yay, the best Christmas ever!
Yeah, it was 2003, Waves.
Yeah.
No, please, not another one.
Wait. Are you having a song with? No. Why?
Because the snowman needs a song.
You see, this is what had this. You know, okay, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna say every musical is like this, but this is what I'm always afraid of when it comes to musicals. They overdo songs, and the songs aren't even all that good.
I mean, if you want to do a lot of songs, make them good.
I mean, by that logic, I can also say, hey, this is my problem with action movies. Sometimes they have a lot of action scenes and they go on for too long. Well,
and of course,
well, that can be a problem.
Of course, the comment I'm checking here just because I don't care about the song.
Well,
of course, the comments have. Sorry, go on.
That just boils down to bad filmmaking, not so much to the genre that the movie belongs to.
Of course, the comments of the video that we're watching are the usual good times of Playboy. Everyone say, "Oh, I remember this movie. It's so nostalgic to me."
Oh, and by the way,
I'm
yes,
glad
there's...
you had fun.
By
yeah,
the way,
well,
there...
I'd love to say that.
Oh, and by the way, yes, there is an after-credit scene for this movie.
Wait, no, please. So I can't even click all the credits.
No, you're not allowed.
Oh God, he's
Oh,
creepy.
Oh my god.
Basically, Hermie gave him new teeth since he was toothless on the first one.
Brilliant.
How nice.
What the fuck is that?
Oh hey, Hermie's
Oh.
subplot about being in love with the Tooth Fairy.
Well, I guess I will give it a plus. So the movie actually remembers to end every subplot instead of leaving them hanging. I guess.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings endings have nothing on this.
Also.
Well, this isn't a common understanding that the ending of the third one goes on for a bit too long.
Yeah, but the thing is, I do
Oh.
understand. Even though they do go on too long, I still feel I do understand that there is a lot to wrap up here. What is there to wrap up?
Oh, we still have to
This is
deliver
not,
the teddy
this
bear
is not
back.
Alias. You do not have the right to finish everything.
That's right. Your old owner didn't mean to throw you away. He was just saving you as a family heirloom for his own child.
Of course.
That's why he left you there to rot. And fall into disrepair and all that jazz.
Oh my god, she
So,
looks
that sounds
pretty.
like another character, doesn't it, Jova?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
To what are you referring to?
You'll see eventually.
Oh god.
Isn't she adorable? No,
feet,
she's not.
Those
No.
feet are huge.
See, you know, because of her proportions, when I was younger, I actually thought she was another toy who just woke up.
Hey! Oh,
And of course, we end with the iconic, Breaking Bad shot about Santa Claus with the moon. Of course.
Bah humbug.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the movie that will remove every joy.
You said there's
from
an after-credit
Christmas.
sequence, right, Jova?
if I recall correctly, yes.
But whatever, I'll still go with my
There is
thoughts
actually,
first,
yes.
considering I'll be extremely quick.
Yeah, go ahead, Tio.
Honestly, to me, this is the worst of the Good Times movie that I watch, and that's saying a lot. At least I had some fun with others, like Heidi, for example. This one is joyless, and it's the worst kind of joyless, when it masquerades itself to be joyful. What a terrible Christmas movie. I'm sorry for everyone who was nostalgic about this, but no. If the Magic of the Snowman was more enjoyable last year, this is... I've seen the bottom of the barrel, I guess.
That movie's in the related videos. You could go and watch that now if you
No,
want.
no. I seriously hope this is the worst that Good Times can offer, because I have no idea what more terribleness there could be. Everything doesn't work. So many miscast voice actors. The proportion keeps changing for the shots. The animation in general is horrible. The music are forgettable, and sometimes the scene fucking sucks. And I say it's someone who actually enjoyed some of the scenes of the previous Good Times movies. The musical songs are annoying, so much annoying. This is, and even as a sequel, it doesn't do anything. Like, and the weird thing is that the writer is the same who did the previous Rudolph adaptation, which I guess this is based off.
Wait, seriously? From the Rankin Boss one?
No. I think the same one that Goodtimes did in 1997, 1998.
You mean the good one with Whoopi Goldberg and John Goodman?
I don't know. I left a link in the chat in the meantime. Maybe you can. It's that one.
Well, both of these movies have the same voice actor
Let's see
for
animation.
Rudolph.
All right, let's see animation because. And yeah, like I said, even though it's probably not him, the singer for this sounds exactly the same one for Donkey Kong Country Cartoon. Same inflation and all. This is weird.
By the
Honestly-
way, yes, Chio, that is the other movie me and Joba were.
Okay, but it's the same writer. So what happened here? I guess he really was out of ideas, so he was like, "Yeah, let's pad this in more," stuff like that. This is just awful, terrible, worst. It's a good way, but from now on it's only up for our Christmas run because if it was the week concluded, it would be an awful terribleness. So thanks, Shiroi. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined as usual. So next, I guess.
Yeah, just a quick question to you.
Gone.
Did you find the alcohol?
No.
Oh, I'm
I'll-
sorry.
I will compensate that, I suppose. Another day.
Can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. After the credits scene, I will watch back again. That freeze frame got gone.
Yeah, this sucked. I mean, hey, at least there's one good thing. In terms of the rest of the movies we're doing for this marathon, it can only go uphill from here.
Mm-hmm.
But
Produced by Thunder Productions.
but yeah, the animation was absolute garbage, even by these film standards. The music is just bleh, and I don't even know if there was a plot here.
There is
Right, let's see.
the sequence now.
That's my final thoughts. Really, it sucked. But
Oh, wait,
let's see
hold
what.
Poetic justice. The guy who derided him now has to be his
Stop with these
patient.
shots.
Don't show inside his mouth, Jesus. And he was eaten.
That'll just give you the feeling of a dentist appointment.
That's
that was
it.
totally.
You know, hey,
necessary.
that pretty much sums it up. This watching this movie is like getting a root canal.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's unpleasant.
You know it'll end eventually, but that's all you can think about when it will end. And then you realize the pain is gonna stick with you for quite some time.
Joy.
Anyway, next. Who is next?
Pedro?
What? I'm not entirely sure what just happened, but yeah.
So Pedro, would you say it's the best ever Good Times film you've seen in your life?
No. I just this things happened. There was a reindeer somewhere. There was an hippo somewhere. There were toys, I guess. There was a giant bearded rabbit that almost drowned. I'm honestly having trouble even assimilating what I just saw.
There was Richard Dreyfuss and Rick Moranis.
For reasons that I have yet to understand.
There was
Yeah.
Jamie Lee freaking Curtis. Giving
I
off a
just-
weird Romanian accent, I think.
But why though?
Maybe they all got high together and thought it would be good for a laugh.
Yeah, that probably explains it. All these talented actors must have gotten drunk or high when they signed the contract for this one, and when they realized they couldn't back out, decided to grin and bear it.
I guess. But it's not good. At all.
Nah, you don't say.
I do. Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
This happened, I guess. So there were songs, and I don't remember a single one of them. It's like Mary Poppins Returns all over again, except at the very least, like those at the very least sounded more professional, I guess, even though they were still forgettable as hell. Um, the story. Was there even a story in this thing?
Yes,
Barely.
there was a story. A toy taker was kidnapping all the toys and all that.
Yes, because turns out there was a bear that then we just ripped off Toy Story 2 and we didn't even do it properly. Not to mention, turns out he wasn't gonna put you in what in the Avenger. He was actually gonna put you in for your kid, which is interesting because that's kind of what Andy originally wanted to do at the beginning of Toy Story 3. So I guess, to be fair, I guess maybe Toy Story 3 ripped us off. I don't know. Whatever. This is by far their worst movie, if anything, because their previous movies, the movies that were made in Japan, with that animation to hand-drawn studio, those movies at the very least, they had some kind of thing that made them memorable. Just they were interestingly bad. Like even the Snowman one that we watched last year, even that one was more interesting to watch than this. Like it was one of the cool things about Goodtimes for me is that they were always very interestingly bad. This wasn't interestingly bad. This was Norma the North type of bad. This was just this was just painful. Oh God, ugh, it's terrible. Don't watch it. Next.
Okay. Wow, sure. I cannot begin to put into words how I feel about you reminding me about this thing from my childhood. At least words that would not get me put into proper etiquette class. Wow, this movie is even worse than I remembered it to be. Like, even as a kid, something about this movie just bored me. Now this movie outright disgusts me and horrifies me in ways. Like, I guess I used to be scared by the toy taker back as like a kid. Now he just seems goofy. I am still freaked out by Bumble and his now photorealistic looking teeth. God, that is creepy. But let's talk about the stuff that annoys me. What annoys me are the many, many, many plots that are running alongside each other, some of which fall to the wayside only to come back literally at the last minute, like Hermie apparently getting a date with the Tooth Fairy. And then there's these plot details like, oh, it turns out this bear was reenacting Toy Story 2 in some regards, and he wanted to spare other toys that, so he decided to steal every toy, even though that completely contradicts the nature of stuff like the Island of Misfit Toys, the very thing this movie is named after, where toys are meant to go when children don't want to play with them. Like, it's like stealing old people from a retirement home, saying, oh, they're not going to help you, even though, that's what they're made for. Just saying, villain, you got some mixed up issues. And no, I'm not going to go into the supposed plot delicacies or the mentality of characters in this movie, because it does not earn it. It doesn't earn anything, really. This movie just takes pleasure in saying, remember this from the previous movie, and even then it screws up continuity bad.
It runs on member berries, but they're turned sour.
I know, right? Like, dang, like, it can't even say that it's probably ripping them off, because this movie looks horrendous, it performs horrendously, and, well, there's just little in it to remind me of the classic, except for the fact that it takes place in the same continuity. The best thing about this is the voice talent, because they got some pretty top-notch actors who must have had some high-end bills to pay, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And yet it just feels so soulless here. Like, there's so much talent at hand, but look at what they have to work with. The songs, while some have good potential, a lot are annoying and, again, just there to pad out the runtime here and there. God, I'm trying to think of something positive to say about this movie.
There is none. Exactly. Even you, Jova, cannot say possibly something positive about this.
It made us appreciate... No, that doesn't count. I'm not gonna bother.
Well, they can't make me appreciate the first one. I haven't seen it.
See, that's the thing, Joe. See, here's the thing. Okay, this movie is not worse than Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, but that's because Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen is twice as big as this thing.
I'm not even gonna go there, honestly, because the minute we have to resort to stuff like that, that is clear that this movie has lost every single battle it could.
Exactly.
And that's just the thing. There are no winners, just losers. I doubt that this movie... Okay, maybe this movie got them a nice quick buck for people who were expecting an actual sequel to the Rankin Boss classic, which I'll admit, I myself am not even really that big a fan of, but I won't deny it has certain qualities here and there. But this... Oh, God... this is the very thing that people hate about Christmas. The commercialism, the cashing in. That is this movie in a nutshell. Except, by God, it makes the other Goodtimes films look like they have integrity by comparison. And if you've been following our channel and seeing our other Goodtimes commentaries, you will realize...
Well, Joe, technically speaking, right now I still need to make them properly public after Christmas. Don't worry.
Okay, then, as you'll come to see from our Goodtimes commentaries, that is quite the accomplishment here. So congratulations, Goodtimes, you've created a monster, and because of it, you will not be remembered as fondly, even though you made a better Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie. So why the heck did you even need to make this one?
Yeah, it's so amazing how Goodtimes is a company that manages to, manages to out-shit itself.
That Little Red Riding Hood movie, that's probably like a complete
accident.
That movie was good by accident. That's the only explanation. Because remember, Teo, the same guy who wrote that movie also wrote their Cinderella movie.
Yeah.
So again, that movie was a complete fluke. Somehow all the planets and stars aligned in that one day when he was writing the script, and somehow that turned into a good script. But
anyway, before you're done, Joe.
Apparently the same thing must have happened, though, seeing as how in 1998, literally 3 years before this movie, Goodtimes also made Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie, which was a lot better here. I mean, sure, it didn't do that great at the box office, but it managed to recoup some of it. Okay, it was back when they had a $10 million budget, so they probably had more money to use on that film than this one. The point being is they went from making that to this.
Just no. All right, you're done, Joe.
Yeah, I'm done.
Before you go, Shiri, I checked that Reese Rain that I mentioned before. The book is written either in German or Finnish or Swedish, so I actually don't know how to read it properly.
It was Dwibs who mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
The book, but yeah.
So,
yeah. The entire Okay, yeah. If you'd like to know my motivation for actually picking this movie,
to torture us.
I'm getting to that part. The previous Christmas, we were going through songs on YouTube, and this happened to be in one of the related videos, and I had a look at it, and this whole nightmare came flooding back to me. And I thought, well, if I had to see this, so does everyone I know.
That's so kind of
Why?
Because I'm that type of person. Merry Christmas.
Shiri, you are very lucky that I happened to change my mind on picking a bad Christmas movie this year, because if I were any more sad, I'd probably have changed my pick to something bad.
Just to get back at
luckily,
you, Roy.
the other Rudolph movie will be my pick for next year.
And that one is much better.
Much better, surprisingly so. But yeah, as for this thing, the songs are terrible. They are more repetitive than I remember them being. The animation is ugly. I mean, the water occasionally looks good, like Pedro said, but that's occasionally.
Oh yeah, that's it, Jova. The one positive
Yeah, the
thing.
water. That's right. There we go. We did manage to find a positive.
Well, there you go. No, now it's officially better than Revenge of the Fallen because it has one more positive thing than Revenge of the Fallen. There you go.
So there we did it, Pedro. We pulled off the miracle. We managed to say something positive
Michael Bay. You
about
managed to
this
be
movie.
outdone by Goodtimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good job, Good Times. You outdid Michael Bay.
At least we're not Michael Bay.
You know, Good Times are like the illumination of their time here. They are capable of good stuff, but they're more content with just making crap for a quick buck.
If you'll allow me, Jova, I think a better modern time comparison would be Video Brinquedo. Because, I mean, okay, Illumination's movies are meh, I agree, but they're not like this terrible, you have to admit. They're at the very least, for the most part, competently produced, I guess you can say.
Well, I was mainly comparing them in the sense like, well, you know, they're the film company that are capable of good stuff, but constantly make out crap. But I guess your comparison works too, yeah.
Well, because Video Brinquedo, right, remember, Video Brinquedo made What's Up, which is an Pixar Up ripoff. So technically, and they also did the ripoff a lot of Disney and other stuff, and ripoff that they made that Transmorphers thing. So technically, they are the Good Times of today.
Well, that's the thing. Surprisingly, this movie wasn't a ripoff, but an actual honest-to-goodness attempt at a sequel to a Rankin Boss classic.
Oh my god,
Anyway.
Jova.
What?
What is worse, this or Transmorphers?
I'm gonna say, you know, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, deciding between that is going to require another look at Transmorphers, so I'll decide when we get to our commentary of
You'd
it.
have to take notes.
Well,
going
we already
through,
commented
but yeah.
on that.
Oh, wait,
So,
wait. Transmorphers? No, we didn't. We did Gladiformers.
Gladiformers, that's it. That's the
Oh,
the one.
Okay, if
So,
I had to pick
that's what
between
I
this
meant.
and Gladiformers,
Yeah,
I'd say this is the worst one. I mean, yeah, I know Gladiformers technically has less effort put into it, but it manages to look less ugly. That's not saying much, but by God, it's the facts.
So, you done, Siri?
No, just a couple more things.
Okay.
There weren't really any plots. Really, at the end of it, after watching through the whole thing, it was more like just a bunch of ideas that writers threw darts at on a board, and we have what is essentially a bunch of plots that could be put into a miniseries in one movie that isn't even an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's almost like they wanted to make a pilot for this.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it for my final thoughts. So, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, guys, I got good news for us.
Go on.
While I was burped for a bit, I took some money from all your trust funds and built us a sleigh.
Okay.
Nice of you.
But unfortunately, I can only afford 2 reindeer. But luckily, we can use them to take us to our next film destination.
Ah, I hear it's a small one.
Pedro, could you tell us a bit more about it?
Small one, don't look so blue.
So wait, we need to travel from the Arctic to
Basically,
Israel.
Jova. Okay. Here's a better
Yes?
segue. Jova, what if I told you that once upon a time, Don Bluth and Richard Rich were co-directed something?
That would not surprise me, seeing as how the two have worked for Disney. But wait a minute, Richard Rich, isn't he one of our mortal enemies in the animation division?
Yes, everybody. Richard Rich, the brilliant mind behind the Alpha and Omega 2 through 5 and the Swan Princess movies, all of them. Believe it or not, he used to work for Disney, where he wasn't. He animated for Fox and the Hound, for example. Believe it or not, everybody, he did direct something at Disney back when he was there, together with Don Bluth, actually. It's a very cool 25 minutes short called The Small One. Let's just say, what does this have to do with Christmas? Well, you'll have to wait and see when we get to it.
All right, I'll take us there using my masterful sleigh piloting, riding, whatever skills. And and hopefully, if we don't crash, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See you
See ya.
then.
See ya.